Hello and welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. I just felt the urge this morning to do this reading, so I'm sure that there are many of you that will need this message. So let's get into it. So we got the orphan speaking of a need to get a message. We got the kiss and we got the prayer. Okay, so the message is just super clear for you. And look, underneath the deck, we have the mother. Whatever is going on right now in your life, just don't give up. The way things are right now is not an indicator of how things will turn out, okay? So I am of course talking about the things that are going on in your life right now that make you feel depleted, alone, scattered, and you know that feeling of being left behind, of almost like looking inside someone else's home or house and seeing them living a full life, and you're like on the outside and be like, when is that coming to me? When will it be my turn to get to experience that, in a symbolic way? That means whatever it is that you feel left behind in, you obviously have a need that is right now not being fulfilled. There is something that is lacking in your life, that when you look at your life, there is a space in it that you would like to fill with that specific thing that you're looking for, that you specifically are praying for. And let me just tell you, the kiss, this card here, it is here to tell you how close you are to ending this phase of experiencing life in a very difficult way, because what other way can you describe the experience of an orphan? But the kiss, it is that electrifying few moments before something big happens for you, before that moment hits you, when you actually merge with something else. So with a kiss, that is of course someone else, right? But let's keep this in a symbolic way and focus on you merging with someone else, because look at how two hands are holding each other in a very comforting and loving way. So what we can expect from this orphan phase ending and this kiss phase starting, with things starting to get electrified, charged, and you can sense that there is a merging happening soon. That merging will be the foundation of a big comfort in your life. That merging also carries elements of getting your needs met. You will know what it is that I'm talking about, because this is something that you've been praying about. You could even have felt very difficult things like desperation. And as I said, this image of you feeling left behind or outside or like an outcast, it keeps reappearing to truly show me the situation you might be in. And this is not to say that you're not doing your best. Of course you are. You are doing your best. But what this is talking about, because if we look at the energies of the orphan, things happened to this little human being that quite literally this person had no control over. Things happened to her or him where nothing was asked. Do you want this to happen, or can you even do something to prevent this from happening? No questions asked, just things happened. Because as much as that sucks, that is also an aspect of life, that things happen. What can we do when things happen? The baseline of a change being able to happen, it is that we don't give up. That is the most crucial message for you. Don't give up. And especially in this reading, why should you ever give up when you're so close to merging with this thing that you want? Like, when that thing happens, you will be like, I know how close I was to giving up, and that has nothing to do with my character. That has nothing to do with my quality. That has simply to do with me, how tired I was at that point in time. But look at me now, and look at how happy and grateful I am that I didn't give up. I didn't stop believing in myself or the potential I have to actually be able to experience a shift through a merging with an experience that will fulfill my needs. We got the Fool in reverse. You know, the experience that you have gathered throughout life can be standing in your way a little bit now, that you could be a little bit too realistic. You know, you could be looking at your situation, and because it has been going on for quite some time, then you could be like, well, this is an indicator that this situation is here to stay. If it was supposed to go away, then it would already have gone away. Look into the dialogue you have with yourself when it comes to your experiences with the situation you're in. How will you know what dialogue to have? You will actually know, because the dialogue that will be most fitting for you, the one that will tell you the truest version of reality, it will be the one that feels good for you to have. That doesn't mean that it has to be like an illusion or you daydreaming. No, it can still be very realistic to have good feelings about a future outcome, even if what is going on right now isn't really pinpointing towards that breakthrough. It can still be realistic. And how do you know that? Because it will feel comforting and it will feel real inside of you. And we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. So the King of Swords and the Fool came out in reverse, and the Queen of Cups came out in an upright position. And underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the experiences you could have had that are influencing your thinking and your mindset about your situation, you know, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, you know, no one here is blaming you. You're actually surrounded with a lot of understanding, because with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it truly shows that there was something that you needed that you didn't get, or even that it was taken away from you. Okay? That is tough. To come back from such a setback, it requires a lot of you, and it actually also requires time. Okay? Time to heal that experience of not getting what you actually needed, then no wonder that the main message for you that came through immediately, it is to not give up, because what it is that you need, it is something that you very soon will merge with. So if praying is something that helps you, because when you pray, you use words, and oftentimes in prayer, you also use your authentic experience to express yourself. So oftentimes we express our sadness and our disappointments in an authentic way, but with that we also allow hope to merge within our prayer, to let us keep moving, keep going. And the keep moving on and the keep going with the Queen of Cups, it is here to tell me that the way that you keep going will look different from day to day. Sometimes it will be with the full great leaps of faith, then go with that those days. But other days, the steps will be smaller, and you need to understand those days why the steps are smaller. They most likely, with the King of Swords, will have to do with the past experiences, and that you need to work through them and you need to heal them, because they can be the reason why you can't take a big leap or run towards your future, or pick up that inner momentum of inner energy to motivate you. So that can be like an anchoring that drags you down a little bit. Those days, you should, of course, just feel into them, lean into them without believing them, okay? Take care of them without letting them dictate what your future outcome will be, okay? It is your prayer, it is your heart that can determine what your future outcome can be, not your past. We got perseverance, and this card says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So there is a determination required of you here to keep going, to not give up, and to keep telling yourself that what has been going on and what is going on requires perseverance of you on many layers, but mainly to not buy into the illusion that what is will always be. Nothing is that strong, okay? Nothing is that powerful to stay in a state of unchanging. That is the nature of reality. Things change. We learn how to go with that, right? And for you, it is now to learn how to go from down to up, to persevere in what it is that you're going through, but also, like the card said, to keep telling yourself, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And for some of you, this means that you know that you can change the inner dialogue you have, the inner chatter, the way that your mind can drag you down into something very heavy. That doesn't mean that it's real. Just because it comes from your inside, it doesn't mean that it's real. Okay? Perseverance for some of you really has to do with going against what it is that your mind keeps telling you. And we got growth. This card says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So this is the result of your faith and the hope that you didn't allow to die. You know, it's okay to allow faith and hope to get a little bit smaller sometimes, because maybe we have a hard time to find it within us, to do what it takes to reignite hope and reignite faith. Those days you can also just lean into that and be aware of what is happening. Oh, I don't feel so hopeful because I'm tired. And this is what happens when you get tired. This doesn't mean that my tomorrow will be like this. Tomorrow, I might feel the motivation to fuel up my hope. But today, I'm just going to be aware of what is going on inside of me. We also have some symbology coming through in your cards of full circles. That is something that keeps showing up for you, telling you that that is part of your future. That is what the kiss is symbolizing, of something very, it's so strong, it is electrified. And those days, especially those days that you don't have physical pain, those are the days that you can actually lean into those energies and get a sneak peek about the future, that it is something exciting, and it is the sense of having things completed, a full circle, by you getting to merge with what it is that you need. And when you look at your life right now, you can see that it's not present in my life. But that is not an indicator of how things will keep going, will keep being. You got the Four of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the ending of a cycle. You know, the Four of Wands is really a card of guarantee, of security. It is like, you know, the feeling you have when you have a very solid insurance that you've signed, and that you know that, oh, this is something that will back me up in the future. That is what these cards are symbolizing for you with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Swords, that the ending of this cycle that you're in right now, it is, with the Ten of Swords, of course, very heavy on you, probably on your whole system. But what you are getting is the guarantee that this phase will end, but also the guarantee of what will happen after this phase. So let's get into that. We have the Father of Pentacles, more known as the King of Pentacles. We got the Ace of Cups. And we got the Knight of Cups. So this is quite interesting, because we got the Knight of Cups previously in your reading, and it was in reverse. And here we got the Knight of Cups again. So for some of you, this is definitely speaking of heartache, heartbreak, a relationship that has gone sour, maybe disappeared, maybe something that you have been struggling a lot with to make happen, to make part of your life, and then it fell away, or is in a phase right now where you could be struggling a lot with it. Then what is to come for you is truly a rejuvenation of an emotional state where you will feel fulfilled, but also healed from what has happened. So why did you get the King of Pentacles right in the center of your reading, underneath the kiss? That is the most important card you've gotten in this reading. The King of Pentacles is here to tell you that, first of all, things will work out. Things will be fine again for you. But also to stress the fact that your needs will be met, no matter if they are financial, that is very heavy, to go through something on a financial level that is depleting you. It could also be on an emotional level where you are being depleted emotionally. The King of Pentacles is here to tell you that, you know what, where you're going after the Ten of Swords, that phase that you will enter, it will be stable. You will have everything that you need to feel that you're safe again, and that whatever aspect of life that was hit by this phase that you're in right now, if it is your financial aspect, or if it is a romantic relationship or another type of relationship, it can be a mental health issue, that aspect will get balanced. You will be able to turn into, or your life will turn into a phase where this aspect that is right now weighing you down, you will be able to experience something very healthy with the combination of the Ace of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And with this healthy, new, rejuvenating energies that will enter your life, you will gain mental clarity to keep going. What you will be praying about will also be changing, okay? You will feel very grateful about this shift, but more importantly, you will be so grateful that you did not give up on yourself, that you kept going, even if it felt very hard to do so. This is, you know, with the King of Pentacles, the biggest investment that you have made towards yourself, okay? And that takes courage. Great job doing you and your life. The next reading I will be uploading in a couple of days. It will be a classical pick a card reading with the 3 groups that I always do. Thank you so much for being here, listening to this message. I hope it was helpful, and I hope to see you in the pile that you will pick in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.